Tonight, the days are numbered for D.C.'s Black Lives Matter Plaza. Supporters say it inspired and raised awareness about racial injustice and inequality. But after pressure from Republicans in Congress, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says it will be changed. Fox 5's Shamari Stone is in Northwest tonight with the details.
Tonight, there are dozens of protesters here at Black Lives Matter Plaza. Many of them walked up to me and said that they are upset about D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser's announcement. You see them right over here, and Black Lives Matter Plaza has become a landmark here in the district. As you can see, we are just right by the White House, and it has been here since the summer of 2020 after protest over racial injustice and police brutality. Tonight, Mayor Bowser saying it will be replaced as part of D.C.'s America 250 mural project involving students and artists from across all 8 wards in the district. Black Lives Matter Plaza was created after protests and unrest broke out nationwide following the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, becoming a place for people protesting against racism, police brutality, and the justice system. Now, there have recently been efforts in Congress to force the mayor to make the change or lose federal funding. No word on when the change will take place. In a statement, Mayor Bowser saying in part, quote, "The mural inspired millions of people and helped our city through a very painful period, but now we can't afford to be distracted by meaningless congressional interference," end quote.
This is tragic. This really meant a lot to us as a community when we were really dealing with and struggling with the murder of George Floyd. And to see it just be erased really strikes at the heart of our community.
I think it's very shameful because the attack on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the attack on protests such as Black Lives Matter, I think it's an attempt to erase us and our struggle and our history, and it's wrong. And I'm just sorry that the mayor felt that she had to give in to that extortion.
They're coming for Black history. GOP want to erase the Black Lives Matter Plaza.
This is Strategic Moves with Kenn Dowell.
All right, family, we got to jump into this nonsense that's going on in D.C. Republican Representative Andrew Clyde, a man from Georgia, not D.C., just introduced House Resolution 174 demanding that Black Lives Matter Plaza mural be removed. Otherwise, D.C. will not receive any federal funding. Now, you see this, y'all. See what's happening, right? This is about a coordinated effort to erase Black history and activism from the public space. First, they fought against us about tearing down Confederate statues. Now they're coming for our monuments and our struggles of victory. And here's the kicker. These same Republicans have always screamed about local control. But suddenly, when it comes to cities making their own decisions about Black culture, Black voices, Black resistance, they want to step in and interfere. Y'all better wake up. This isn't just about D.C. This is a blueprint to erase Black monuments and movements across the country. So today we're going to break this down. The hypocrisy of Republicans trying to control D.C. while claiming they believe in state rights. Why Black Lives Matter Plaza is so important, and why do they want it gone? How does it fit in the long history of trying to silence Black resistance? And most importantly, how do we fight back? Erase our history? We'll bring it back. Let's get one thing straight. D.C. is not a state. It doesn't have the full representation of Congress, and Republicans love to block D.C. from making its own decisions, especially when Black leadership is in charge. Mayor Bowser and the D.C. Council decided to honor Black resistance by renaming the street in front of the White House Black Lives Matter Plaza. It was a statement against Trump's administration for its use of force against peaceful protesters in 2020. Now we come to the Republicans trying to force D.C. to remove it. The same party that says, we believe in small government, we don't want federal government controlling states. Let's let local leaders make their own decisions, except when it comes to Black people doing it. These same Republicans defended the Confederate statues in states and capitals. They screamed about states' rights when it came about federal policy that helped Black folks. But when it comes down to Black-led cities deciding Black history, suddenly it's a problem. Y'all see the game, right? Black Lives Matter Plaza is bigger than the mural. Let's talk about why they really mad. Black Lives Matter Plaza is more than a symbol. The mural represents the power of people, the resistance against police brutality, the push for racial justice that Republicans wants to sweep under the rug. And make no mistakes, Republican has been trying to erase Black Lives Matter since the protests started. They're trying to call it a terrorist group. They're trying to pass laws making it illegal to protest. They're trying to change the narrative, acting like Black Lives Matter was about violence instead of justice. So check this out. Now they're trying to erase our presence from even the streets. But where was that energy at when we were trying to remove Robert E. Lee statues? Where was that same energy when we were trying to remove monuments of slaveholders and traders that shouldn't be standing outside of our city? They protect slavery and erase our freedom. This is bigger than DC. This is a national strategy. Y'all do understand what's happening here. This ain't about DC. This is about a blueprint to remove Black history, activism from public spaces nationwide. So here's what's coming next. They're going to go after streets named after Black leaders like Martin Luther King Boulevard. They're going to try to rename schools that we changed to honor Black icons. They're going to use funding threats to make cities erase murals, statues, and monuments that honor Black struggles. Hey, look at Florida. Ron DeSantis has already banned African American studies from high school, passed laws limiting how teachers can discuss racism, and make it harder to teach full truth of the United States history. And now Andrew Clyde wants to punish DC financially for honoring Black activists. So what do we do next to fight back? We're not just here to talk about the problem. We want to fight back. So here's our game plan. Call these Republicans out. We need every Black representative in Congress, every civil rights leader, and every progressive voice to expose this hypocrisy. Let's make some noise in local government. This ain't about just DC. We need our mayors, our city council members to protect Black monuments and landmarks. Let's flood Congress with calls. Clyde thinks nobody's watching. Let's prove him wrong. Call your representative and demand they block resolutions like this. Vote like their history depends on it, because it does. If we sit back and let them erase Black Lives Matter Plaza today, tomorrow they'll be renaming MLK Boulevard Reagan Avenue.